All right. It would appear to me as we're live. This is myself, Derek Snow, with No Dog Left Behind on episode 28 of The Everyday Dog. It was a few weeks off there. Things got away on me, but we're back. And today we have a special announcement and a special guest as well. And this is the one, the only Paddy from Fido and Felix Foods. Now, for today, don't forget to hashtag live and or hashtag replay in the comments if you watch this at any time, so that more eyes can get on it, because it's very helpful to us and it only takes you a second, and we'd be very much appreciative. Thank you. So with saying that, the excitement that I am wanting to share with you is that No Dog Left Behind will be partnering with Paddy at Fido and Felix to provide our local area and community with raw pet food. So we're really excited about this because we really believe in the brand. We believe in the ingredients. We believe in the amount of care and consideration that has been taken into it. And I just love the idea of how like lowly processed these foods are and how positively it's impacted my own animals, which includes my personal dog Fergus. And there's been a lot of positive attributes of switching him to raw. Along with all of our service dog team have just been have been switched to a raw diet, and they're all doing quite well from it. So thanks for coming on, Paddy. If you could tell me a little bit, well, the viewership, I already know these things, about your brand and why, maybe just tell me why you started wanting to make your own brand of food instead of, being a distributor for others.
It actually came about, well, kind of before the pandemic, but the pandemic really pushed it because I really wanted to be able to guarantee supply of raw food, that I completely had control of the quality to my customers should something happen to the supply chain during the pandemic. And then it just morphed from there. Things just fell into place, and I met the perfect production partner. They've been in the human food industry, meat industry for 30 years. So he has a wealth of experience. He accesses all the animals for my products from small local Saskatchewan producers. So you're actually supporting, well, when they buy from you, they're actually supporting 4 Saskatchewan businesses: the farmer, the manufacturer of my food, myself, and yourself. So that really takes buy local to a whole new level. So all of the animals that we use are human grade. If they aren't fit to be used on my kitchen table, like to feed humans, then they don't go into the food. So I feel really good about all of those aspects: the quality, the local aspect. And it's just been so well received. It has just grown in leaps and bounds since I introduced it in April 2020. So yeah, now we have you as a retailer, and we have about 3 other retailers as well. One in Regina, Local and Fresh, one in Saskatoon, Nose to Toes, and then one in BC, which is Mountain Canine Acres. So I'm just excited, really excited.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, obviously, there had been some interest and necessity and demand for this particular market and area for you to be able to, continue to grow it out. So you're fulfilling a need, which is really positive. And I go ahead.
One thing I forgot to interject, one of the things that bothers me is pet food labeling.
Sure.
I mean, very prevalent in dry food, but it even has crept into raw food. You got to really read those ingredients, like an 80-10-10 behind that number, or behind that, say, beef diet or something like that. Like there is, for instance, there's a chicken beef blend that's being sold, manufactured in Saskatchewan. And it's really the same as our chicken diet, which sells for much less, because I use chicken, ground whole chicken. So all the animal, the bones, we take out the stomach and the digestive tract, and then we add in beef organs.
Right.
So, but we still label it just chicken diet. We put in the beef organs because it increases the nutritional aspect of the food. Whereas this other chicken beef blend, which is sold for more, is exactly the same thing. The only beef it contains is beef liver. So I'm a real stickler about that.
Sure.
My labeling is honest, and you're going to get what I say you're getting.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and that's incredibly important because sometimes labeling can be a little bit misleading, right? or a lot.
Yeah, and the
But
average consumer trusts it and they don't read it.
yeah, so another, I guess, point is really is that like if it's not said, like the human grade is really important to me because I know that the accumulation of like diseased or disabled or dead upon arrival animals at slaughter facilities has inherent additional risk for an animal to consume. Like, could they consume it in the wild? Sure, but it's not like something I'd want to regularly get them to ingest. So whereas some providers might not have human grade because human grade means the animal has to show up for slaughter alive, or can't be disabled, or can't be diseased. So you're just taking out some of that typical possible sourcing that some producers of pet foods which essentially has come up over the years as like a way to utilize food that we couldn't sell to humans, right? So it's like these byproducts or these stuff that didn't pass proper tests because they have too many certain I'm not sure what the term is, so I'll just disregard and move on. But in any event, that's what's really exciting about it to me, is because it's also, like, in my experience, like feasible. Because I mean, I was still spending a fair bit of money on one of my dogs with his nutrition, and it wasn't like it was a reasonable transition to raw, which is like significantly less processed and locally sourced, and like just seems to be a lot more transparency versus the brand I was going, and it's just something that I see a lot of value in. But I also see a lot of value in like community and partnerships and helping people grow with me, and I believe that as a community, when you band together, you're just going to create more things, and that's another reason why, I mean, this made sense to me from this standpoint. Is there anything else you wanted to mention about the brand, or anything in general about the raw foods? It's okay if you
Well,
don't.
yeah, I've probably said it all before in other Facebook lives, but I
Sure.
mean, raw is definitely the way to go. Um, it's funny, I was thinking about it the other day. I have German Shepherds, and a lot of them have inherent health problems.
Right.
So if you want your dog to manifest their best genetics, then raw is the way to go. I mean, you don't see an Olympic athlete, eating McDonald's. So yeah, I just tell people to really think about that.
Well, it's just that that refined and processed food, is convenient, and it definitely is. And I've used it myself to consume and fed my dogs that refined processed food. But I mean, there is a like general guideline of the less refined and processed something is, then the more likely it's going to be healthy and nutritious, So I like that premise. It's also simple. It's a lot simpler than people think to feed raw. It's not like we're just giving like dogs a deer leg or something and that's their meal for the day. Like, these are really simple like patties that you thaw out and you feed them, and it's not a lot of work, and it's actually pretty convenient. You just need a little bit of freezer space or refrigeration space. But what I wanted to mention in regards to this is just a little bit about how our No Dog Left Behind system is going to work with people interested in potentially getting some of our product, or Paddy's product that we're selling on behalf of. And that's really going to be quite simple. We're not going to have a storefront. It's all going to be online, so you can order at any time. But what we want to do is we're setting up where you can pick up the product on Wednesdays or Fridays during our 10 to 5 during our daycare hours, some of our daycare hours, and then we'll also do delivery on Friday evenings. And this is just to all you have to do is order like 24 hours or more in advance, and we'll get you that product on one of those 2 days. And this is just for stability and to ensure we have consistent availability of product for you, but also to just have a simple system for everyone to proceed with. So it's not going to have the convenience of you walking into, a potential like pet store to go grab what you want. However, in my experience, and for me, it's well worth, making a decision a couple days earlier than you would have to get that quality type of dog food that you're looking for. And this is just, for me, it made total sense to get into this kind of an arrangement. So we'll have, I'll drop the link if anyone's curious to look in the comments of this post. If you're not, no worries, it's all good, but we're going to be doing some more educational training in the future coming, as far as like understanding labels on dog food. I'll talk about raw, dehydrated, kibble, and some experiences with that. And then also share my own experiences with, because I've fed my dogs all three. And at this stage of the game, raw is my preference because of the positive attributes that I will share at a later time. But anyways, there's something more exciting to talk about as well. And this is a sponsorship that Paddy has very generously willed to offer us. And if you could talk a little bit more about that, I'll fill in any potential gaps, but I'd like you to be the one that delivers that if possible.
Oh, okay. Well, some of you probably know that we sponsored food for Chip and Duke for the first 6 months of their life. And we're going to be doing the same for Betty and Clyde, the two new puppies. So we're going to be sponsoring them for their first 6 months in food. I love your service dog training program. Dogs give back to us in so many ways and enrich our lives so much. For years, I've donated to the Seeing Eye Dog programs because I can't imagine what it would be like to be visionless and not have a seeing eye dog.
Right.
Like, imagine yourself out there in the world. Like, it would just be terrifying. So yeah, I think service dogs are just amazing. And I'm so excited about your program and so pleased to be a part of it. So yeah, it's my pleasure to sponsor for Betty and Clyde. And as I said earlier, before we started the call, I'm sure I'll be sponsoring the next group after Betty and Clyde as well.
Yeah, for sure. So that's very generous, and we're very grateful for that, because food is one of the major costs in raising these dogs, along with varying other ones like training and veterinary care and grooming and all the things. So every little piece helps, and this definitely helps minimize the cost for our recipients of these dogs, whether it's a privately purchased dog or an institution, because we have sponsorship from institutions as well. So it's really beneficial and helpful, and takes a little burden off of me and our recipients. So we're very grateful for that. So I thank you for your willingness to donate food for the pairs. And Betty and Clyde love it, and so do Duke and Chip, and they're still on it, and they're going to continue to be, and their health's been really good. And like feeding these puppies raw is working famously, so we'll continue to do so. The other thing is, in light of this arrangement and partnership with Paddy, I've also decided from my own end of things, for any service dog teams or service dog and training teams, that they're going to get a discount off of the purchase of raw in the event that they have any interest to feed raw, just as a special thank you for or not thank you, but just a special discount for those people that are in those positions, because I just like to provide that opportunity and option. Another thing for us to just quickly kind of glaze over is,
Before you go on, Derek, I probably now would be a good time to announce that I'm also going to be extending that same offer to service dog teams in my sales area, Regina and surrounding area, of 10% off my brand to any certified service dog teams. I just think there's such an investment in these animals that you want to do everything you can to keep them healthy. So I would like to assist in any way that I can for that to happen.
Yeah, for sure. So that sounds great. How would they go about doing that? Will you set up a coupon code or something? Are they just going to contact you by email, or?
Yeah, just contact me by email, and we'll get it to happen. We'll make it happen.
Okay, sounds good. Same deal with me. You can always reach out to me directly for more information, but we have a coupon code set up that I just would have to give you in an order form, and that's all I haven't had a chance to update my website with the information, but I do have an order form set up, and we do have product, and we do, like, I'm doing delivery today. So if anyone is interested in considering trialing some raw foods, we got the hookup. The other thing being, go ahead.
Sorry, do you charge for delivery, Derek?
Yes.
Okay, better tell them how much.
It's on the form. It's
Okay.
$100. No, I'm just kidding. It's $5.
Okay.
So it's like same idea, skip the dishes,
Yeah.
essentially. So, but I only do delivery in Moose Jaw, FYI, and pickups in Moose Jaw as well. So I'm really just trying to service this particular area. Anyone beyond this area, you know, can obviously pick up from us. But if you're anywhere near Regina or that area of Saskatchewan, hit up Paddy or one of her retailers or distributors.
Okay.
Does that sound good? Did I miss anything?
Good.
Okay. And also the other thing is too, is anyone who is like regularly in contact with Paddy, if you have a puppy coming up, she's got some copies of my book to give away. So you can reach out to her if you're not in our service area, Moose Jaw area. And if you're, you know, regularly getting her food from her anyways, but you can get a free copy of my book, Human's Guide to Surviving Puppyhood, if you've got a dog, you know, less than 6 months, or if you're going to get one soon. So that's another thing. What I will mention right now, if you've watched this entirety of this call, well, that's awesome. But I wanted to throw out a quick little freebie, if you watch this, to the first person who emails us at ndlb@sastel.net, which is just an acronym for No Dog Left Behind, NDLB. Just email saying, hey, I want the free thing. And the free thing is, sorry, just give me a second now. It's going to be a sample pack of the foods. Now, what is, I keep forgetting. Oh yeah, the sampler diet box. And what it is a combination of, I'm just going to gift it to someone. You have to pick it up. I might be able to deliver it if you're in Moose Jaw. But if you just send me an email to ndlb@sastel.net, you'll get this sample pack, which is a 5-pound pack, I believe, of pork, chicken, bison, turkey, and beef diet that you can test out with your dog, all for the freeze. I'm only giving one out. So the first person to send me that email gets it. And I'll contact you if you are the winner. Anyways, I think that's about it for today, unless there was something you wanted to add.
There is something I want to add. I didn't ask you about this before, but what about samples, product samples for people who want to try the brand?
Yeah, you know, I haven't honestly figured that out yet.
Oh, okay.
So we'll definitely do something like that, but I don't have anything prepared as of right at the moment. But so I don't have much to share about that right now, other than, you know, send me an email and you can try to win a sample pack.
Well, just as a side note, folks, there will be samples available for Derek to give out of chicken, beef dinner, beef diet, well, chicken dinner, chicken diet, beef dinner, beef diet, and pork, just in case anybody wants to try the brand. And then I'll leave how Derek wants to do that up to him.
All right. That sounds perfect. We'll probably just have some stocked in the facility in, you know, personalized bags for people, but I might need a few days to get that sorted out. So we will do that definitely moving forward. Anything else you wanted to add?
Nope.
Okay, I think we're good for today then. That's all for this call. If you have any questions about the raw, you can send me a direct message on Facebook or an email at ndlb@sastel.ca if you're in this service area of Moose Jaw and surrounding area. If you want to get to know more information about the brand and purchase elsewhere, you can reach out to Paddy at her website, which is
Fido and spelled out AND felixfoods.com.
Boom. The end. Talk to you soon. Have a great weekend.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.